This is my basic set of pruning equipment. First we have a set of loppers. So the important parts, the blade for cutting the branches and a hook for positioning the branch. These are made really strong and perfect for pruning eucalypts. The loppers is the tool that I use the most while pruning. The limitations of the loppers is the branch size that it can take on. So the space you've got there is about the size of the branch it can take on. After that, if the branch is any bigger, then we pull out our hand saw. Some people call it a jack saw. Has a replaceable blade and can cut forwards and back. For carrying this equipment, I use a purpose-made pouch. There's a range of different tools that can be used. Alternatively, you can get electric powered like secateurs. Yeah, they're really strong and they can cope with this. There's some additional hazards that come with using electric powered secateurs. It's probably a little bit easy to lose a finger with those because you only need one hand to operate them, so you need to consider what you're doing with the other hand. You could also use a pole saw rather than a ladder. Personally, I would steer away from long-handled pruners or pole saws because you're losing your accuracy. You're more likely to cut the branch collar, and I find using a pole saw or working from the ground with a saw up high it's pretty hard on the back as well. Once you're pruning above 2.5 meters, you will need, unless you're very tall, you'll need a ladder or something to get you up there. That could be a cherry picker or some form of hydraulic lift system. The smaller ladder here is 2.4 meters long. So from the top of this ladder, the average height person will be able to prune up to 4.5 meters. The taller one is 4.2 meters long. The important safety features of these ladders is that it has pointed feet, so they jab into the ground and you can gain a really strong footing. You have a V shape at the top that rests against the tree, so that's also going to help with stability. And you have a safety chain here. This is a harness or a body belt. It's marketed as a body belt. This wraps around your waist like this. And then you have a wire rope lanyard that wraps around the tree and hooks back on your other side, and that way you can lean back and free up your hands. The reason why I go for the wire rope lanyards is I do use a chainsaw at times, and the last thing you want to do is cut through your full restraint. Other PPE to consider is a hard hat for head protection. You're going to be dropping branches above your head. You're going to want to try and avoid them, but it doesn't always happen. A pair of steel cap boots is also pretty important, and the gaiters is just for snake protection, walking around in long grass. If you're using a chainsaw, you'll need more than just a hard hat. You'll need a visor for eye protection and earmuffs for hearing protection. You'll also need some cut-proof chainsaw chaps or cut-proof pants.